Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here, guys. You know, I got a chance to actually turn them around. They had been facing the other way because the Cowboys were, let's be honest, the Cowboys were an embarrassment to the standards that were set by guys like the 77 Dallas Cowboys. And not all of it was their fault, but you got to understand that we had a new coaching staff in here. We've had 2020, which has been a mother humper. And FYI, the NFL about 4 hours ago, middle of the night last night, came up with another COVID policy that players are going to be required to wear a mask on the sidelines. I'm not sure exactly how you or what you do with your mask when you go out on the field and things like that. But, you know, there's so many positive tests that have been happening that they're getting worried about getting this season through to conclusion. So hopefully these measures will work. Shout out to all the people that are working on the teams trying to keep down the infection and stuff, keep everything clean and everything else. You guys are unsung heroes. But the Cowboys, you know, when you saw them give up, and I deem it almost the turning point of the team where we finally said, you know, I think this was the turning point that literally that Browns game where the defense finally said,
"Enough is enough. I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Everybody strap in. I'm about to open some fucking windows."
Because it was after that game that we started to make changes. You know, we traded Everson Griffin, we got rid of Terry Poe. We started to look at things differently and start weeding out some of the people and some of the things. We started making changes. They simplified the defense a little bit. We put different players in, and it started to kind of incrementally get a little bit better. You know, we didn't play great right away after that. You know, Washington kicked our teeth in, and we have a chance because we got 2 days before we take on Washington again. But you've seen them kind of develop and get a little better. We still have a long ways to go. And I know it was only a victory over the Minnesota Vikings against Kirk Cousins and things, but they came up with a game plan where they tried to stop Dalvin Cook, and they did for the most part. They didn't let him beat him, and they put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hands in the end. The offense played so much better when they realized what we're doing here with Terrence Steele. We're trying to put that square peg into a round hole, and it's just not ready. It's just not. Terrence Steele, I'm not saying that he might not be a good offensive lineman later, but, you know, he's got a lot to learn, and trial by fire has not worked for that guy. People will go through that don't really dig deep in understanding football. People will say, well, Zeke Elliott finally showed up. It's about time, you know, like that Zeke was the only problem out there, that Zeke Elliott was just, you know, I'm just not going to run. But you can't run if there's not holes there for you. You've got to be able to have guys that are opening up holes. You know, I need you to do your part so I can do my part. And I'll give you an example because, see, the key thing was putting Zack Martin in that leadership on the outside, negating that edge rusher. But not only that, it was also him being able to take his knowledge of playing that right guard position, know what's going to happen there, and passing it on to Connor McGovern, because Connor McGovern played great. Connor McGovern played great. That all of a sudden, that right side of the line played fantastic. And I want to show the Tony Pollard touchdown run here. And this will really illustrate what we're talking about here. Running backs don't need a whole lot of space. They need a crease. And you see this. Tony only had to make one move on it. Other than that, that was just literally hitting the hole.
42 yards. As the Cowboys
watch it from
regain the lead. Yeah, the Cowboys ran it down their throat. The Vikings defense ran it down their throat. And Chris Jones,
I'm doing something
he just made the worst business decision I've seen.
I don't have the computer sitting up.
Deciding not to make the tackle.
Okay, so you see here, you got the space out here. What's important is we get the seal inside here. Okay, the tight end's going to block here. Zach's going to block down, and then we're going to have them try and get to the second level. So as we go through here, let's play. Boom. Boom. Tight end does his job, right? Connor McGovern gets in there. Zach gets up to the linebacker. So you see this. We got the seal right here. We've got that. We have a lane, okay? If this was Zeke running it, Zeke, I don't know if Zeke gets to the end zone or not, if he has Tony Pollard speed, but look at this. He's got to beat one man. This is everybody getting a hat on somebody. Look, over here, we've got the rest of the defensive line up in here. The linebacker gets sucked in and gets hit by the running back.
Tony Pollard. Noah Brown gets a block, and this is what
this is exactly what you want. You got him
bothers me
with the advantage. Boom, and then he just makes this cut inside. The running back had to only beat one guy. Everybody did their job on that
keep going.
Run. And that's why the
Chris
Cowboys
Jones
had
right there
160
decides,
yards
I
rushing.
don't want to tackle. Well, who do you think is going to tackle?
No ifs,
if you
ands, or buts about it. That is the difference in the game. And it's not that Zeke – I'm not saying that Zeke didn't play better than he usually did, but he wasn't the only one. That offensive line is key. It's truly key in winning football. Now, I do want to get this in here because he says a couple of really key things. This was post-game, Zack Martin.
Tackle. When was that something that you knew was coming? How early in the preparation before the bye week? On Monday, on Wednesday, when did you know that was coming?
In the middle of the bye week, Coach Philbin mentioned something to me. He didn't know for certain, but he did mention something to me. And then Monday, when we came back from the bye week, they told me that they were going to make a switch. So I knew Monday. So I know this whole week of preparation.
How helpful was that for you to have that much notice going into this game?
It was huge. I mean, it gives you a week to not only get the reps out there, but also when you're studying your opponent to, study the guys that you're going to go against. So that was big to get a notice on where I was going to play.
Did you like the fact that it was kind of under wraps in terms of you had the ability to study more than probably the opponent did in terms of you being the right tackle?
Yeah, I think for this first week it was nice, Yeah, I mean, I wasn't able to, I kind of tweaked my calf on Monday, so I wasn't able to practice Wednesday and talk to you guys, but I don't think it was a huge secret. I think it was just one of those things, if we can kind of keep it on wraps for this first game, then that'd be good.
How did it feel out there for you?
I felt okay. It's definitely different. Definitely a lot to improve on, but, proud of the O-line, proud of our guys for going out there and, establishing a run, scoring a big touchdown to go up, and then, having the fortitude to go back out and do it again to win the game. Really proud of those guys.
As a unit, Zach, you mentioned.
Say again.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Mike. Zach, I mean, you said, for the first game that you were there, so, I mean, do you anticipate staying out there for the remainder of the season, or at least for the time being?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't gotten, those talks with our coaches, but, I'm sure this week I'll be out there again. And I guess we'll just kind of see how it goes throughout the season.
Did it feel like the offensive line, I know you haven't looked at the film, but did it feel like your guys' best game? Zeke gets up over 100 yards. It seemed like there were not a lot of negative plays. Did this feel like your guys' best game of the year?
I mean, we'll have to watch the tape, but, it was nice to – I think we were able to stick with the run and obviously get Zeke going, got Tony going. Having Andy back there was great. It was, was huge, and it was a good performance by our whole team. It was a team victory tonight.
Team
Zach, you
effort.
obviously played a lot of right guard for this team. What's your impression of how Connor's handled that with you being out there this week?
Yeah, I think he's done a great job, and we got to work with each other this week, and Connor's a very good player. He can do a lot of good things in the run game and the pass. So, I think it's great to develop another guy, and it's great going out there and playing with him. So he's just going to keep getting better week in and week out. The more reps he sees, so I think it's big for not only this year but moving forward, getting these valuable reps and continue to progress his game.
All right, I'm going to leave it right there, but 100% agree. Zach said this was a team win, and getting Connor McGovern out there, getting the reps and things in will pay dividends for the future. And that's what we have to look at the season. Yes, we have an opportunity to still win the division. We have a chance to maybe have a playoff game and maybe play, first round might be against the Rams. Maybe we're a better team than we were then. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But this is also about building for the future. You don't want to just look and say, well, let's just go out here and lose. You know what? What you want to develop with these young guys that are out there that are beginning to play is learning how to win. This is practice and preseason for the next year for those guys. And you don't want to start having a loser mentality. But again, this change in the offensive line, they're going to keep that same lineup for this week, especially a short week. You don't want to make a whole bunch of changes. You really just can't. There's not enough time to. You're still sore from the game you just played Sunday, and you got to play in 2 days. 2 days. Burgundy and gold. You got 2 days. So there's not time to change up. And when you find something that works, then you need to kind of stick with it until it doesn't work anymore. All right, y'all. I'm going to be on the road today, and it's going to be tough. I got to go down to my brother's house that passed, and I need to do some work there to help his wife and things, and it's going to be weird without him being here. So I don't know how much I'll be doing today, but everybody who's traveling for Thanksgiving, everybody who's just out there in general and doing everything, please be safe. Please be safe. I don't want to talk about one of you fans out here that's no longer with us, because life is too short and too precious. All right, y'all. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you here soon.